Locked also. Okay, cool. Let's go back here. James Barlow. MC Blake. Dr. Faust. Frank Gilman. Oh, so she's not here. That's not where her room is. Probably male and female, right? So this is probably male. I've noticed a very curious and dangerous development in the psychological condition of the whole crew that compels me to record this note as an initial diagnosis report. The problem is especially intense for three subjects, Dr. Barlow, Dr. Anderson, and Frank Gilman, whom I've been inspecting closely since the onset of their psychological degradation. During the past 2 nights, the aforementioned subjects awoke, screaming in their beds, thus affecting and demoralizing all the crew members. When I spoke to them personally, I noticed some serious deviations in their behavior patterns. As time progressed, I noted deep changes in their mental conditions. When really pushed, they clearly started to behave like someone else, which led me to believe I was facing some sort of multiple personality disorder, but it is too early to draw any conclusions. Other subjects are not too far a cry from their normal personalities, but the difference is, of course, obvious. The condition is getting worse day by day, and a serious medical examination is needed to be carried out on everybody displaying such symptoms. I informed Dr. Faust and warned him about the consequences. He looked worried, but nevertheless hasn't mentioned it to me since. With the weather conditions we've been having lately, it seems extremely unlikely that we shall receive professional help from the outside world, or will be able to send anybody away for a thorough medical examination, which is the only sane thing to do under the circumstances. Okay.
If his coat is just right here, where is he now?
That's a fucking great question, bro. Oh, that's the man carrying a lotus with the other eye in his forehead, I think.
If his coat is just right here, where is he now?
Okay, so that was her, or him, Johan, right? Johan, maybe. So now we got to find Johan DeWitt bedroom, which is closed. This is the crew, so it's not going to be that. Infirmary. Okay, I can't pick anything in there. Statement of consent. By signing this document, you are agreeing to the terms written below. False statement made knowingly or willfully, including affidavits or other supporting documents submitted therewith, may be punishable. I hereby declare that I consent to perform my daily duties to the best of my abilities, listen to the judgment of the expedition leader, Dr. Faust, and participate in a series of medical sessions as needed at the Upwat Antarctic base. The risk of participating in the aforementioned medical sessions have been fully explained to me. Any questions I have regarding this procedure, why it is necessary, its benefits and risks have been answered to my satisfaction. Therefore, I give my informed consent to the performance of the procedure by signing this statement of consent. Okay, so they look like they backed themselves pretty well. On psychoactive plant, Sahe tea and Versahe. Why is there a flashlight on the ground there? It's scary.
It's stuck.
Shock hazard. Oh, this is okay. Canteen.
Oh, Smells awful in here.
Ew. Coffee and black tea. Sugar and herbal tea. Oh, that's why it was stuck. There's just like bags and stuff behind it.
It won't open.
Okay. So nothing to do here.
Locked.
Storage locked.
Locked.
That's an elevator. Okay, we're not gonna go there yet. There's still an area we haven't been to that I would love to go to. Yeah, this was stuck, right? Yeah. And it was down here. Radio room. Okay.
This is Upuat Expedition Base. Pequod, please come in. I repeat, this is Upuat Expedition Base. Pequod, do you hear me? If there is someone who can hear me, please, come in. Some electrical condition in the disturbed air seems to prevent communication.
Okay. For a while, my nights have been plagued by bizarre nightmares wherein I have been talking to an unsubstantial figure. When I wake up every morning, I fail to remember either his visage or the content of the dialogue, only his silhouette, talking in a somber tone. These nightmares keep me from sleeping comfortably, the kind of sleep I'm longing for. I haven't mentioned this to anybody yet, but I'm feeling a constant urge to do so, as if my well-being is in the balance. It would be most logical to consult with Dr. DeWitt about this. Okay, so I'm finding more and more pages of this dialogue thingy. Oh. Nothing to do here with that. Well, so we found a secret. I believe Henson carved all those statues in the form of the man he saw in the nightmares. Okay, these are the secrets we found so far. Cool, cool. Morse code table. Report of snowstorm. I don't quite understand. This seems like it would have been perfect to have like a recording there, but no. Okay. Yeah, this was my room. Or rather the room I was in when I woke up. There wasn't an extra room here, right? No, okay. So we've basically seen everything that needs to be seen in here, except for going that way. And taking the elevator. Let's go, guys. Let's see what happens. We're going down. We're not going up at all. I thought we were going up. Ah, that's not good. I don't want to go down. Oh, no worries, man. I love this War of Mine. Yeah, pretty cool game. Really, really hard, though. Pretty cool. I preferred Frostpunk, though. Yeah. Yeah, there's supposed to be an end to it.
It's stuck.
What am I hearing? Okay.
It won't open.
Upward Expedition Endbook. What are these? Symbol of what? Okay. Dr. Faust is very tight-lipped about how he came up with that strange exploration device he built long ago. The only thing he has told me is that he came across some shunned and forbidden volumes about a device of extraterrestrial origin, but again, these sources do not hint that any existed on Earth except in the dreams of those who liked to chew a certain alkaloidal herb. The sessions we hold in a meeting room to adapt our nervous systems to the alien impulses of the machine were frightening at first. If used too much, it affects the body to breaking point. But now I'm used to its non-human sensations. I've started to feel like the device is clearing my mind to make it absorb much more than ever before. I feel unconfined and much more receptive. But the most peculiar aspect of the session are that because it's a shared experience, I'm able to receive impressions, ideas, and even memories which belong to the other participants. Usually my mind wanders after the sessions, and I cannot focus my thoughts until I've slept for several hours. That strange device surely disorients feelings and bodily functions, but I believe that what it offers is of immense importance. They can have shared dreams, apparently.
I need a phonograph cylinder.
Oh, phonograph cylinder, you say? Oh, facehugger, facehugger, facehugger. Stay away. Uh-oh. stuck here. Oh, what the fuck? Uh-oh. What the fuck? Seriously, guys.
Oh, yes. These are the pre-human species we found frozen in a cave far south of the base.
Pre-human species.
Yes. These are the pre-human species we found frozen. Who is this? It's impossible to determine with so much decomposition.
He had a key on him. And a note. We have finally finished excavating the monolith that was silently waiting for a soul to see it again. Situated within the circular building we reached with the link elevator. That magnificent piece of carving was buried halfway down under a mound of debris, and most probably could have been written in the earliest pages of history. I cannot describe exactly my feelings for the first time when I stood aghast contemplating that gigantic stonework inside of those time-worn halls of silence. Only God knows how many ages have passed since its initial carving. Just thinking about it, its age sends shiver down my spine. Which civilization could have constructed such grandeur, now waving a forlorn goodbye without giving away the secrets of its masters? Furthermore, even though most of them are damaged beyond repair, we spotted some symbols resembling the rock art of the Sahara Desert in southeast Algeria. We don't have any strong evidence to suggest anything, but Cornwell Blake clings mostly to the continental drift theory. In any case, we don't have enough data on its age, but it is evident that history needs to be rewritten yet again. Okay. I'm glad to see that they're all safely in their pods. See, now that the plant is back to being closed, I wonder if that was all in our heads. Uh-oh.
I believe no more can we harbor ourselves on the safest shores, for there are things that cannot be undone. I think you should retire to your room. I'm going to think a bit more.
Super old-timey map. Nova integra vniversi orbis descriptio. Antarctica, the southernmost continent inside sight of the South Pole, is a virtually uninhibited, ice-covered landmass. Most cruises to the continent visits the Antarctic Peninsula, which stretches towards South America. It is known for the Lemaire Channel and Paradise Harbor, striking iceberg-flanked passageways and port Lockroy, a former British research station turned museum. The peninsula isolated terrain also shelters rich wildlife, including many penguins. The rest of the text is illegible. Agartha. Some markings on the Antarctic map. Agartha? If my Cthulhu or Lovecraft knowledge, if I remember correctly, Agartha is like a city. Like a city of old gods. And not the name of a woman, for instance. Okay. Okay. I'm back in time, apparently. Going back in time. What's the door?
Locked. Locked. It's locked. Locked.
Okay. Well, shit. What's happening? That was all by touching this? Wow. First Conarium event and a brief visit to the past. I am at a complete loss for words. Simple remarks are insufficient to express my feelings right now. Was it a premonition or a vision? How should I interpret all of this? I don't know exactly. Suddenly, I found myself drifting into a familiar room. A room that was long buried in my graveyard of memories, scribed on epitaphs of things long past. Versailles, the legendary drink of the oldest myths. I heard about that elusive mixture decades ago when I was writing my thesis on Salvia divinorum, also known as the Sage of the Diviners, an entheogenic plant used mostly in religious or shamanic ceremonies. For centuries, no one could gather any information about it other than its legendary, mystical, psychoactive properties. In some source, it was the drink of the gods, while in others, a key for opening gates to places that lie beyond the conventional human senses. The sole bridge to be passed in order to leave the bodily restrictions of the flesh. Most scholars would kill even for a hint about one of its lost ingredients. That's something I was on the lookout for throughout my career. A new formula is forming in my mind. I feel like there is a chance for me to produce, if not the original, then a variant of the legendary mixture. Versailles with the new clues I have uncovered during my work here. Massive writing again? What the hell? Somewhat humanoid form, these sculptures initially reminded us the terracotta army sculptures carved as a funerary art, buried with the first emperor of China to protect him in the afterlife. By judging by the writings on some of the bas-relief, now we believe that these wooden puppets or golems were used to carry out some tasks for the masters, just like the Egyptians' Ushabtu funerary figurines, which are the servants of their owners in the hereafter. We saw the golems in several sizes, and it was terrifying to see the huge ones sitting in silence on carved and polished rock stools as if waiting for a command. There are a lot of gateways leading to dark and damp corridors that were mostly carved in ages past. Some of them were covered by strange ivy-like plants swaying back and forth despite there being no external force to move them. They seem to come from levels below, creeping through crevices in the rock walls. To stop probable superstitious gossip amongst the crew, Dr. Barlow, our botany experts, personally started to examine them. The first submarine exploration revealed what was lying in the underwater caves. The most striking features were the structures with openings in them, like doors and windows. They made us wonder where those caverns had been carved underwater, or if they had been submerged at a later date and thus had become redundant to those who had carved them. Freaking interesting. Really, really interesting. Antarctica. Pronunciations of the Zaces. A door handle. Just more maps.
I need a phonograph cylinder.
Biolab 1.
It's stuck. It's stuck. It won't open.
This goes up. Glossopteris. Okay. Link elevator. Floor elevator. So wait, what about the link elevator? Is it working?
Right. I don't know if you can hear me, but I am trying to search it. This is the only way.
Okay.
Hey! Hey, can you hear me? Damn it! Who was he?
He called me by name, so he must know me. Oh. Link elevator has been set up. It can now reach both the tower and bottom levels below the base. Camp equipment and parts of the portable submarines are being transported to the first campsite. Let's go up to the tower. I do? Well, thank God. I keep yawning, but it's just because I love doing a little siesta during the afternoon. Wait, so this would be the cave. I want to go to the tower. Oh, I can't. Don't know what that is. Metallic object.
This is amazing. Most of the ground level structures have been crumbled and rounded from untold eons of